back to Miss Henrik's video demo. Today I'm going to show you how to make meringue cookies. So let's start with our mise en place. It's a very simple recipe. So we're going to use the egg whites from our creme brulees and some white sugar. That's about it. Optional, you can do vanilla extract for flavor, or you could use a little cocoa powder if you want to make some chocolate meringues. So I'll show you how to do both vanilla and chocolate. Okay, so first you're going to measure out your egg whites. Now 1 large egg white is about 2 tablespoons, and we want 4 egg whites, so that's 8 tablespoons. That would be a half of a cup. So take your half cup measuring cup, and we'll just pour in until we get about a half of a cup. Okay. Pour your egg whites into your mixing bowl with the whisk attachment. You want to make sure that everything is clean and dry before you begin mixing. Okay. Lower in the whisk to your eggs. Make sure it's locked. You can whisk at maybe a 4 or 6. And you'll whisk until you get soft peaks. Alright, so let me show you what soft peaks look like. So you can still see that there are bubbles in the egg whites. There are little peaks that form there, but these peaks are not stable. They will kind of slough over. It's not quite there yet. So at this point, we will add the sugar. Okay, so 1 cup of sugar, and you want to do it just a little bit at a time. Our peaks are very unstable, so if we do this gently, the better. And now you'll whip until you get stiff peaks. Peaks will look like. So your egg whites have become very glossy. There's not really any bubbles anymore in the egg white. And, oh, actually I think I need to whip this more. Never mind, that's not it. This is what stiff peaks look like. So the stiff peaks, they hold their shape, oops, like that. So technically I should be able to flip this bowl over my head and it wouldn't get me wet. So like that, totally trust it. That's stiff peaks. Alright, next you're going to get a piping bag. Yours is plastic. Mine just happens to be cloth. Fit it with any kind of piping tip. Now this plastic tip I just put into the bottom and it will just suction with the piping bag. Scoop in your meringue filling with a spatula. Now I'm just going to do half, because I'm going to turn the other half into chocolate. So I'm just going to set that aside and I'll show you later. On a baking sheet, you'll need to lay some parchment paper. Alright, my piping bag is ready. And so you just do little tiny meringue cookies. Alright, please try to get as many meringue cookies on one cooking sheet as possible. They will not rise, so you don't have to worry about space between them because there will be a lot of cookies and limited baking space. So like I said, as many cookies on one tray as you possibly can. And I'm going to show you how to make a chocolate version of the meringue cookies. I'm also going to flavor it with just a little bit of vanilla. So just a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And then you'll need 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And I'm going to just fold these ingredients in because my meringues are at that perfect stiff peak texture. I don't want to over whip them because if they over whip, they're totally ruined. So just fold your cocoa powder and vanilla in with a spatula or a whisk or spoon, doesn't matter. Now I'm going to fill the same piping bag with this now chocolate meringue. Okay, and then same thing, continue piping, and now you're going to have 2 different flavors of meringue. If you wanted to do all chocolate meringues, you would use a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. These both will bake in a 200-degree oven for 2 hours. I will figure out the timing with the classes. All you have to do is put them in the oven, and I'll deal with the timing because I know we have a lot of classes. We'll figure it out, and we'll eat the next day. So here's the finished cookies. They don't look very different, but the texture is definitely different. It's nice and solid, and the inside is a little soft still. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave them in the oven. The oven is turned off overnight, and so you'll have a nice crackly outside with a soft chewy middle, and it'll be delicious. So I hope you learned a lot from this video demo. Thanks for watching.